that these kids have been playing together since 4th and 5th grade. You know, they've been dreaming about this moment, and they've been dreaming about it together. I think the camaraderie, the chemistry, the shared kind of ownership of that dream becomes more and more special the longer you've dreamt it, I guess.
That feeling was great. I'd say just seeing all the little kids, and they had a lot of energy, and they made signs, and they had our names on them. And I could just imagine like being me at that school. Like they're looking up to me and to the rest of my teammates, and we're going to state, and it proves that, because I went to that school, all of us went there. So it proves that they can do it as well.
It was crazy because you get to see all my old teachers. It was just crazy seeing all those little kids that I can remember when I used to go out to the Boys and Girls Club. I can remember them, just seeing them, looking at us, watching us walk down, cheering for us. It was a crazy moment.
The time and effort and energy and work that these kids put in to be able to be in that position, to be going to the Tacoma Dome, to have that honor of having those kids come out there, that's something that's worthy to be followed. And so I think that that was a really, really special thing.
I mean, since I was young, I always dreamed about going to the Tacoma Dome and placing there, like just doing something there, because I've always seen my cousins go there, and my whole family's been to state and won some sort of trophy. So I feel like I was kind of in the place to do that.
That's what I want you to play for today. Play for the band that's driving down here in a bus, and maybe a few students. Play for a community, a little boy that brought his basketball so you could sign it. I mean, for real, go out and play your hearts out. For the love of the game, for the love of each other, for the love of our community, or whatever it is. But when your motivation is love, it's pure, it's good.
First half, that was rough. First half for sure. That was probably our worst half of basketball ever, especially that first quarter. I think we only put up like 6 points or something. That was just terrible on the offensive end by us.
We could play fast. That team was a lot faster in the first half, but our defense was really good, but we weren't really finishing on offense like we usually do. So I'd say just the first half was not really us, how we played. The second half was a lot of how we play. It really just boosts our momentum to, like, we can play here. Like, we aren't just from Marysville, we can play anywhere. And we showed that in the last 2 games.
I hate using excuses, but we weren't used to the court, the lights, like everything was just way different, so we had to adapt to it faster. We had to step it up and really play our game and just figure something out. We had to change everything around, just get used to the courts, everything.
You know, there's not a lot of boys basketball coaches talking about love or drawing hearts on the whiteboard before the game, but I mean, it really is such a powerful force, you know, and so just that concept of playing for somebody else besides yourself, playing for the love of the game, playing for the love of your teammates, for the love of your school, for the love of your culture, you know, and I think it really, really showed. You know, we got down 21 points against, obviously they ended up being the state champions, so they're a super good team. And we went on a 19-4 run, brought it within 7, and I don't think that happens without love. We fought. We did not give up, okay? And we came short. And that's the hard reality, but the other reality is what we can still do in Tacoma, okay? And that really is gonna prove if we do keep fighting, okay? Our goal now is to play on Saturday. And the only way that we get to play on Saturday is by what? Winning. Okay? By winning. And we can do that.
Family on 3! 1, 2, 3! 7, 4, 5, 6. Terrible.
The loss just fueled them. You know, our goal was obviously to win a state championship, but when that goes by the wayside, then you think, okay, what's the next best thing? The next best thing is 4th place. That's the best we can do right now, and 4th place starts with beating Ingram. 4th. And we're going to believe that we can be the 4th best team in the state until that can't be our dream anymore. It was sad when a dream dies and you have kind of this idea that maybe you possibly could do it. It's sad. But at the same time, you know, I think they proved in the next 2 games that they weren't done yet.
Like, we could still place, even though we lost the first game. So we wanted to make sure that we came here, like, not to just lose or be grateful that we got here. We want to show people that we can win games and play at a high level.
I feel like we had to make a statement there because we took a loss, we should have won, and we had to make a statement and show everybody that we weren't just going to come here and lose. So I feel like before everybody was like mentally ready for that game, and everybody knew what we had to do to win, and we just got comfortable with the course and we just all played together.
We knew that they were a beatable team. We just had to come out and play to our best, and we could conquer them. And it's kind of what our mindset was. It was, we know we could beat these guys, now we just gotta go out and do it.
We have a chance tomorrow morning to make history, okay? And no matter what, we're bringing a trophy home, okay? That's big time, okay? Have you looked in the trophy case? Have you seen a lot of state basketball trophies? There's one, okay? And we've been in existence for a really, really long time, so you guys are making history. Hey, 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 yeah!
A lot was going through my mind, like just being like that's gonna be my last game for Marysville Pilchuck, and knowing that I got to the last day with my brothers and my teammates, the last day of high school basketball for the season, like, meant a lot. So we wanted to do that and make sure like we weren't missing out on anything.
We knew playing Kelso in the regional round that, you know, they had missed some shots. They had some guys that weren't playing as well, and we were just on a roll and on fire that game. You know the nature of basketball, and it's a fickle sport, and you know they had won back-to-back games to get to this game, so they certainly weren't just going to roll over and say, oh, Marysville Pilchuck's here, this is the team that beat us by 21, and not put up a fight.
They for sure didn't play their best game against us the first time, so we had to come out the second time and actually play against them because they have number 24, his name's Shaw Evans. He was really good against us, so we had to play.
We knew that they were all going to come to play, so we didn't just look at them and say, well, we're going to walk over this team. We knew that we were going to have to show up and still play.
Not gonna lie, I was scared because I hit the ground hard and like my whole back was just hurting, and I couldn't get up for a second. But I got hit in the eye as well, so I didn't really know which was hurting more, but it was kind of equal, I guess.
When RaeQuan gets hurt and when he's out of the game, that means that shots are going to somebody else. He's for sure the best player on the team, but there's the next guy up every single time. So, and once that happens, we all play together. We know we have to come together as one.
Yeah, I wanted to get back on there, and my teammates wanted me as well. Like, Aaron came up and said, you have 8 more minutes, let's go, you got to get it done. And that which really pushed me to go, and I got back on the court and just kind of walked it off. Being in the atmosphere of the Tacoma Dome and having the light shine on us from above, and being at my last game and winning a trophy on my last game meant a lot.
The cool part is we did it together as a family, and we had no weak links in the entire team. Any of us could go out there and play, and we'd be able to play and do something and be impactful on the game.
I mean, it felt like a normal game to me, but after in the locker room, it really hit me that I knew that this was my last game with my brothers and my coaches.
We talk about all the time in this program and in this team. I can say it without any reservation at all. I love you. I love you with my whole heart.
very emotional because that was RaeQuan's last game. That was also one of our assistant coaches. That's his last game with us too, so it was just a very emotional moment.
But I've been playing with RaeQuan since I was a little kid, like third grade, and since we were little babies, so it's just crazy to see him leave.
Of course we're gonna miss Ray. I mean, we'll miss all of his basketball talent, but also just his leadership. We'll miss his kind heart, we'll miss his sense of humor, we'll miss just having him around. But I mean, that's the nature of high school basketball as kids graduate, you know, and for us to lose a piece like that, I think there's guys on this squad that are hungry to step up. You know, I can already see it because there's people right there already, you know, in just the infancy of our off season that are saying, hey coach, when are we gonna get back in the weight room? Hey coach, can I shoot this morning? They've tasted it and they like what they tasted and they want to taste it again.